Hi guys, if you are new to my channel, my name's Laura and I have lipedema. I had surgery on August 28th of 2023. Currently, while I'm making this video, I am 5 months post-op and I feel freaking amazing. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about lipedema in particular, but the difference between lipedema and lymphedema. They are often mistaken for the same thing, but I just wanted to share a little bit about what lymphedema is. It is characterized by damage to the vessels within the lymphatic system, which cause like a buildup of tissue fluid. And so with this buildup of tissue fluid, it can cause a lot of swelling, as well as eventually it can cause like some fibrosis and some scar tissue can build up. It is often a result of an accident or a surgery where the vessels of the lymphatic system become damaged. And you can have, say, for example, swelling in one leg, but not in the other, if it is a limb, or one arm and not the other. Whereas lipedema is generally symmetrical and it's a fat disease. So, and it affects women. I think I was listening to a researcher speak and there's an occasion of 2 men who had lipedema, but they were on a hormone therapy that was a treatment for something else and developed lipedema. So just want to share this with you because I think it's often mistaken as the same thing. I've actually spoken to a few women who have lipedema and they thought they had lymphedema. So it's important to know the difference because treatment is different for both. I did also want to share some like facts about lipedema, and they theorize, or they don't say it's a theory when they say this, but they say that lipedema affects 11% of the female population. So in the US alone, that's 17 million women. Worldwide, I think it's something like 370 million women that lipedema affects. Often it's misdiagnosed as obesity, or I should say even overlooked because it's thought to have been obesity. The really wild thing about lipedema fat is it doesn't respond to diet and exercise like healthy fat. And so it can be something that is a great source of pain and emotional distress for women who haven't gotten a diagnosis, so are unaware of the different things that they can do in order to prevent further growth or to assist their lymphatic system. With a lot of women who go undiagnosed for a long period of time, they will develop lipolymphedema. That is the risk of leaving lipedema untreated, is it can then damage the vessels of the lymphatic system, and then you have both lipedema and lymphedema. So it is important to get this diagnosed or begin treating it if you're unable to get a diagnosis. It is something in Canada, a means to get a diagnosis in Canada. There are some general practitioners that will diagnose lipedema. They have some familiarity. There aren't a lot in my area anyways. So vascular surgeons are now more than ever being introduced to lipedema and the research that's being done on it, because there is a correlation between venous disease and lipedema, or venous insufficiency and lipedema. So it's something that they're talking about in conferences, and many vascular surgeons are versed in lipedema. So asking for a referral to a vascular surgeon can be very beneficial, and they will generally require you to have a Doppler done. And what this is this is an ultrasound of your veins to see how your veins are working. They generally check the saphenous veins in both legs, or potentially one if you only have signs of weak veins in one leg. Okay. So I did want to share the 2 things that you can start as soon as you recognize that you may have lipedema. Manual lymphatic drainage. I hear a lot of people looking for a therapist that does this, but what I'm going to suggest is that you learn how to do manual lymphatic drainage. This is something that I do every single day, and there are opposing opinions on whether or not this is something that you should do on the regular, but for me, it feels good. And it helps with the congestion within my lymphatic system. The second thing that you can do is decongestive therapy. And this is wearing compression pantyhose, pants, whatever it is that you can get your hands on. In Ontario, where I am, the recommended strength is 20 to 30 milligrams. And so you do require a prescription for that. So I definitely recommend speaking to your doctor about getting a prescription for that so that you can begin that. But there are lower levels of compression that you can buy right away and start using. And it's a really great way to begin to get used to it. A lot of people have said to me like, oh my gosh, don't you hate wearing compression all of the time? I wore them through the whole summer, and the reality for me living with lipedema is when I wear them, I feel better. I can feel that my lymphatic system is working better and fluid isn't pooling in my legs. And so it's something that just feels very normal to me. In fact, sometimes when I don't wear compression, I notice and I don't necessarily like the feeling. I do still have some venous insufficiency that I'm going to have taken care of in April. So I do know blood and fluid does pool in my calves still. So when I'm not wearing compression, it does become noticeable for me. So those are the 2 best conservative therapies that you can begin now. I highly, highly recommend that you begin to get curious about manual lymphatic drainage, and there's lots of videos on YouTube. Everybody's body is different, and so like typical manual lymphatic drainage is very soft touch, and for me, I found that a combination of soft touch as well as long strokes for the massage works really, really good. So I recommend you checking out some YouTube videos. I'll likely do a video in the future to show you guys what works for me, and you guys can give it a try. But for now, I hope that you found this video interesting. So feel free to share this with anyone that you think might have lipedema. And yeah, the more we get the word out, the more women can find out about this disease so that they can begin to starve off future lipedema fat growth. And some other women may want to even take that a step further and have lipedema removal surgery, which for me has been an incredible experience. So that's it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.